Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Come on. 60 Bison.
Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. He gets it to Addison. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Vikings are back within a score. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
14, Vikings 6.
Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Shell. 180. We go. 76.
To throw is gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
20. Go, 12, go.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Come on. Hey, Coconut, take over.
On the give, it's Mason. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Tonight. Black 20.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now it's gone.
Oh, that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
180. 11.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
26-yard line.
What? 180. Listen. What's up?
The final shot before break here. Goff. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Maverick. Cut.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Like 20. What's that?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Tonight.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And it's 4th down.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Like 20.
They're going to go for it. It's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
They'll hand it to Mason.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Vikings.
On the run is Mason.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
At the 14-yard line.
Mason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jordan Mason.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Vikings will line
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
St. Brown in motion right.
Goff now looking to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
We go, 76, 76.
Goff now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy.
5.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
That one let go deep for Laporta.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mason. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 19-18.
Throwing is McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now McCarthy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal fourth down stop. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Now Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Lions first down.
Goff now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now it's gone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, they took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
180.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
The drive begins with Mason. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to have a first down as he's out of bounds to stop the clock with just under 20 seconds to go.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's McCarthy.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts. But this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Will Reichard to kick off for
So the
Vikings.
Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First throw in overtime for Goff.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Goff.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, the defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Stays on his feet. How did he stay on his feet? Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now they run. It's Mason. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.